Okay.
Hi guys. Stop saying. Hello. That's, you mean, yung tatak cinema na rom-com na na-miss natin lahat. Siguro yun. And maybe, yeah, that feeling told in a different way with print. So I think that's, you mean. But then when she saw that I really wanted to do it, her full support was there. And my parents are those I lean on to every time that, you know, I need guidance, I need support. Obviously, there are times that we also clash, I guess, just like any parent and child. But what I appreciate most about them is they let me go to my path and let me grow and learn. And if I need guidance and advice, they won't hesitate to give that to me. So I think it's great. I love the fact that, you know, she can relate to the craft. And great to be here for our very first show for ASAP. Actually, we've never done ASAP abroad, so that was our very first show for ASAP abroad. And it was just an amazing time. But now we're here for An Inconvenient Love, and we can't wait for you guys to see it. It's so cool that it's actually showing. Great to be here for our very first show.
Maybe when you're not being a team anymore.
Yeah, I think the number one thing that needs to be there is communication and support. To answer your question, it becomes inconvenient kung nawala yun. Kasi mahirap yun, mahirap magkaroon ng chemistry, mahirap magtrabaho, kung wala ng support sa isa't isa, kung wala ng communication. However, I think we do a good job of looking at the convenient side of stuff. Because it's hard to focus on the stuff that doesn't make sense, diba? So I think that's something we really try to create, is that atmosphere where we're allowed to be supportive to each other, and we're allowed to communicate what we feel, how we feel it, what we can do to like improve on certain things. So it's true, there are a lot of inconveniences and conveniences, just like any, you know, anything in life, any relationship in life, that's there. But the question is, like, what do you do from there on? Is it just gonna be like that, or are you gonna see things from a different perspective? So it's fun though. It's fun. I love working with them.
I agree. For me, I think it's inconvenient when you're not helping each other grow anymore. When you're not supportive of one another, then you're not communicating. And I totally agree with what he said. It's just a matter of seeing things on a different perspective.
What would be your dream roles?
Oh, I've actually answered this before. I've always wanted to try Pita Contra Vida role. I think that would be so challenging kasi, but it's a healthy challenge for me. Grabe naman sample. Dito pa yeah.
Bilang contribution. Ako naman, gusto ko mag-action. Action po. One day, just probably train for, I don't know, something. Just get myself out of my comfort zone in the future. Superhero movie, wow.
Thank you. We'll be watching.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Oliver. Steve? Okay.
Hello, Movies. Steve Andres from TNC and Zoom.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
Congrats to you. I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you do it.
Sorry, I missed outside this weekend. The elections here also, so I don't know, I'm everywhere about. So I guess my question is, especially since we first met on Zoom, and I think He's Into Her was the first time we really started to get to know you, especially here in the U.S. How do you feel about, did you imagine these fans would be at the hotel lobby, that you'd be on these media tours, and I mean, most sought after Star Magic. Now you had your concert back home, then came back, so Could you imagine this whirlwind of when you get? I know you had Mami and Kumu also. So could you imagine that you have all this fanfare and adventures a couple of years back?
Oh, wow. To answer your question, simply no, we did not expect, because I think going into, like you said, he's into her, we were all just very hopeful that people will love the show and enjoy the show. So our expectations were, we didn't really have that much expectations because we didn't know. First of all, during that time, we were also going through a lot with pandemic, ABS-CBN. We didn't even know if there was going to be a show, if it was still going to be, pushed through and it will be released in the platform. So just having it released was our concern at that time. So the fact that it was able to be released online and the reception was good and people were relating and moved by the story, that was all plus plus plus. And this is mega plus plus plus. I never expected, especially now, and so it was so hard to travel even last year, that we'd be able to have a media tour for our movie abroad. And I think this isn't the last one as well. After this, we go to 2 other countries or more, I'm not mistaken, to also promote our movie. Of course, we'll be going around the Philippines too. So we really feel grateful to be here, to meet you guys. It's such an honor to see you here, especially when we're able to meet our supporters from abroad, because we don't really get to see them in our events in the Philippines. But we really feel their presence, especially in social media. All the efforts they do, the billboards, even here in the States, we see a lot of the billboards. In New York, I remember we went to Times Square and we saw the big billboard of us during that time for Star Magic. So yeah, we truly feel their efforts. It's really appreciated. And this is our way of giving back to them, this movie. This is really our thank you. And we really hope that come November 25 here in the US, that they just love it, they enjoy it, they bring their family and friends, because they deserve it too. So it's fun, it's fun.
Honestly, at first, I wasn't really expecting anything. Really, then I never expected any of this to happen. And honestly, now I'm just so grateful that we are able to not just meet our fans in the Philippines, but also here, and to be given this opportunity to be with you guys as well, and to be able to promote our movie internationally. I'm truly grateful, and it's so humbling. Yeah, I'll forever be grateful for this.
But also, of course, I wanted to ask about the movie specifically. I know music is always, lagi din among the soundtracks sa ibang projects mo. What can we expect from the soundtrack for Inconvenient Love?
Ooh, we do have, but we also do have songs they haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
With great artists, you all know them. So we won't reveal that much. Just know that.
I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna be LSM.
Yeah.
Me too.
But this song though by Beanie, we really love it. It really fits. Thank you so much, Beanie, for Muna Tayo Umuwi.
Yeah.
I think it matches the vibe of the movie. And there are certain scenes where it's just so perfect. So I'm glad they chose that song as well. But just stay tuned. There's gonna be more. And yes, I agree with you. The soundtrack's a big part. So I'm excited also to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you guys in 2 more days.
Yes. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Question?
I'm gonna.
Okay, Giuseppe, right?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Giuseppe. I'm from Asian American Press Club of the US and also in behalf of so-called Filipinos. I have a question. I think this movie I'm very, very excited and Inconvenient Love because I think in the synopsis of it, it talks about making sacrifices to achieve your goal. So I know you guys are the character, but actually I think many of us probably went through that and lived that. What would be your advice for people like us that went through it, or that if they have a goal and love came by, what would be your advice for that person?
Obviously, I think everyone's very different. Everyone has different paths. Everyone goes through so many things. We have different dreams. But in general, I think a good mindset to have is, if not now, when? For those certain dreams. You have to know like where your heart is. Is your heart really in this area, or is it just something you don't really want to do? So, especially when we were shooting the movie, obviously our characters really relate to this. The biggest thing I learned is that just stay true to yourself. Never lose who you really are, and find that thing that makes. Hello, Belle. Find that thing that makes you just excited and on fire, and go with it. And whatever comes, comes. You know, like if certain things don't work out, hey, at least you tried. If you fail in this particular aspect, great, try another thing. You know, and if you try again, there, we're trying again. but yeah, you'll never regret it in the long run. Maybe this year you will, next year you will. But if you really look at it 10 years from now, I promise you'll give yourself a pat on the back for trying. And, it's never too late to get back up from those things. And when the time comes that you finally found what you really love to do, that dream of yours, then you'll realize everything was worth it. All the sacrifice, all the efforts. Just like right now, that's how it feels. Everything is worth it. Just seeing you guys here, it really feels like it's worth it. And you want to try more things. It's a never-ending process. Yeah.
Sorry, can I clarify the question?
Sorry, the question is, your character is doing the best he can to achieve your dream goal. Sometimes, when it's in common knowledge that your mom tells you, mag-aral kung muna, wag ka na mag-boyfriend, girlfriend. So, for you, in instance, what would be your advice if you want to achieve that goal, like in the movie, and someone like Manny comes to you, what would be your advice in terms of, are you going to go focus and ignore the love, or, what would be your advice for focusing your goal?
Well, for me, I think you can love and your goals. It actually can go hand in hand for me personally, because it's a matter of support. If that person loves you, he or she will support you in whatever you want to do. So it's a matter of support, and yeah, I think it can go hand in hand. You can live the best of both worlds in those aspects.
Perfect.
Thank you.